In the name of El Eloh, the Yielder, the Merciful. Meme. By the book that makes things clear, we have made it a Koran in Arabic that you may be able to understand and learn wisdom. And verily it is in the mother of the book, in our presence, high in dignity, full of wisdom. Shall we then take away the message from you and repel you, for that you are a people transgressing beyond bounds? But how many were the prophets we sent amongst the peoples of old? And never came there a prophet to them, but they mocked him. So we destroyed them, stronger in power than these, and thus has passed on the parable of the peoples of old. If you were to question them, who created the heavens and the earth, they would be sure to reply, they were created by him, the exalted in power, full of knowledge. Yes, the same that has made for you the earth like a carpet spread out, and has made for you roads and channels therein, in order that you may find guidance on the way, that sends down from time to time rain from the sky in due measure. And we raise to life therewith a land that is dead, even so will you be raised from the dead. That has created pairs in all things, and has made for you ships and couches on which you ride, in order that you may sit firm and square on their backs, and when so seated, you may celebrate the kind favor of your sustainer, and say, glory to him who has subjected these to our use, for we could never have accomplished this by ourselves, and to our sustainer surely must we turn back. Yet they attribute to some of his servants a share with him in his Godhead. Truly is man a blasphemous ingrate avowed. What? Has he taken daughters out of what he himself creates, and granted to you sons for choice? When news is brought to one of them of the birth of what he sets up as a likeness to El Eloh the Yielder, his face darkens, and he is filled with inward grief. Is then one brought up among trinkets, and unable to give a clear account in a dispute to be associated with El Eloh? And they make into female angels who themselves serve El Eloh. Did they witness their creation? Their evidence will be recorded, and they will be called to account. They say, if it had been the will of El Eloh the Yielder, we should not have worshipped such deities. Of that they have no knowledge. They do nothing but lie. What? Have we given them a book before this to which they are holding fast? Nay, they say, we found our fathers following a certain religion, and we do guide ourselves by their footsteps. Just in the same way, whenever we sent a warner before you to any people, the wealthy ones among them said, we found our fathers following a certain religion, and we will certainly follow in their footsteps. He said, what? Even if I brought you better guidance than that which you found your fathers following? They said, for us, we deny that you prophets are sent on a mission at all. So we exacted retribution from them. Now see what was the end of those who rejected truth. Behold, Abraham said to his father and his people, I do indeed clear myself of what you worship. I worship only him who made me, and he will certainly guide me. And he left it as a word to endure among those who came after him, that they may turn back to El Eloh. Yes, I have given the good things of this life to these men and their fathers until the truth has come to them, and a messenger making things clear. But when the truth came to them, they said, this is sorcery, and we do reject it. Also they say, why is not this Koran sent down to some leading man in either of the two chief cities? Is it they who would portion out the mercy of your sustainer? It is we who portion out between them their livelihood in the life of this world, and we raise some of them above others in ranks, so that some may command work from others. But the mercy of your sustainer is better than the wealth which they amass. And were it not that all men might become of one evil way of life, we would provide for everyone that blasphemes against El Eloh the Yielder silver roofs for their houses, and silver stairways on which to go up, and silver doors to their houses, and thrones of silver on which they could recline, and also adornments of gold. But all this were nothing but conveniences of the present life. The hereafter, in the sight of your sustainer, is for the righteous. If anyone withdraws himself from the remembrance of El Eloh the Yielder, we appoint for him an evil one to be an intimate companion to him. Such evil ones really hinder them from the path, but they think that they are being guided aright. At length, when such a one comes to us, he says to his evil companion, would that between me and you were the distance of east and west. Ah, evil is the companion indeed. When you have done wrong, it will avail you nothing that day that you shall be partners in punishment. Can you then make the deaf to hear, or give direction to the blind, or to such as wander in manifest error? Even if we take you away, we shall be sure to exact retribution from them, or we shall show you that accomplished which we have promised them, for verily we shall prevail over them. So you hold fast to the revelation sent down to you. Verily you are on a straight way. The Koran is indeed the message for you and for your people, and soon shall you all be brought to account. And you question our messengers whom we sent before you. Did we appoint any deities other than El Eloh the Yielder to be worshipped? We sent Moses aforetime with our signs to Pharaoh and his chiefs. He said, I am a messenger of the sustainer of the boundless universes. But when he came to them with our signs, behold, they ridiculed them. We showed them sign after sign, each greater than its fellow, and we seized them with punishment in order that they might turn to us. And they said, O you sorcerer, invoke your sustainer for us according to his covenant with you, for we shall truly accept guidance. But when we removed the penalty from them, behold, they broke their word. And Pharaoh proclaimed among his people, saying, O my people, does not the dominion of Egypt belong to me? Witness these streams flowing underneath my palace. What? Don't you see then? Am I not better than this Moses, who is a contemptible wretch and can scarcely express himself clearly? Then why are not the gold bracelets bestowed on him? Or why come not with him angels accompanying him in procession? Thus he made fools of his people, and they obeyed him. Truly they were a rebellious people against El Eloh. When at length they provoked us, we exacted retribution from them, and we drowned them all. And we made them a people of the past and an example to later ages. When Jesus, the son of Mary, is held up as an example, behold, your people raise a clamor thereat in ridicule, and they say, are our gods best or he? This they set forth to you only by way of disputation. Yes, they are a contentious people. He was no more than a servant. We granted our favor to him, and we made him an example to the children of Israel. And if it were our will, we could make angels from amongst you, succeeding each other on the earth. And Jesus shall be a sign for the coming of the hour of judgment. Therefore, have no doubt about the hour, but you follow me. This is a straight way. Let not the evil one hinder you, for he is to you an avowed enemy. When Jesus came with clear signs, he said, "Now I have come to you with wisdom, and in order to make clear to you some of the points on which you dispute. Therefore fear El Eloh and obey me. For El Eloh, he is my sustainer and your sustainer, so you worship him. This is a straight way." But sects from among themselves fell into disagreement. Then woe to the wrongdoers from the penalty of a grievous day. Do they only wait for the hour that it should come on them all of a sudden while they do not perceive? Friends on that day will be foes one to another, except the righteous. My devotees, no fear shall be on you that day, nor shall you grieve, being those who have believed in our signs and bowed their wills to ours in Islam. You enter the garden, you and your wives, in beauty and rejoicing. To them will be passed round dishes and goblets of gold. There will be there all that the souls could desire, all that the eyes could delight in, and you shall abide therein forever. Such will be the garden of which you are made heirs for your good deeds in life. You shall have therein abundance in fruit, from which you shall have satisfaction. The reprobates will be in the punishment of hell, to dwell therein forever. No wise will the punishment be lightened for them, and in despair will they be there overwhelmed. No wise shall we be unjust to them, but it is they who have been unjust themselves. They will cry, "O Malik, would that your sustainer put an end to us." He will say, "Nay, but you shall abide. Verily, we have brought the truth to you, but most of you have a hatred for truth." What? Have they settled some plan among themselves, but it is we who settle things? Or do they think that we do not hear their secrets and their private counsels? Indeed, we do, and our messengers are by them to record. Say, if El Eloh the Yielder had a son, I would be the first to worship. Glory to the sustainer of the heavens and the earth, the sustainer of the throne of authority. He is free from the things they attribute to him. So leave them to babble and play with vanities until they meet that day of theirs which they have been promised. It is he who is El Eloh in heaven and El Eloh on earth, and he is full of wisdom and knowledge. And blessed is he to whom belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and all between them. With him is the knowledge of the hour of judgment, and to him shall you be brought back. And those whom they invoke besides El Eloh have no power of intercession, only he who bears witness to the truth, and they know him. If you ask them who created them, they will certainly say, El Eloh. How then are they deluded away from the truth? El Eloh has knowledge of the prophet's cry, "O my sustainer, truly these are a people who will not believe, but turn away from them and say, peace. But soon shall they know